All right, I'm here with Keegan. So tell me about the Comic-Con Museum.
Sure. So the Comic-Con Museum is an exciting new project coming to Balboa Park here in San Diego, and its intention is to capture the magic of Comic-Con year-round and give people an opportunity to experience a taste of all the excitement, passion, and enthusiasm that you see represented here at the convention.
Now, when are you guys planning on opening the museum, or is there a set date so far?
There isn't actually a set date. One of the earliest things we did in this process is we actually went out to the Comic-Con fan base of attendees, pros, special guests even, and kind of asked everyone what they would want to see from a Comic-Con museum, what kind of experience would they want to have. And they were really, really great in participating with us and gave us a lot of incredible feedback that suggested to us that we needed to spend quite a lot of time developing an experience that rises to the expectation of the fan base. And so that's meant that we're going to need to do some additional fundraising and basically launch a capital campaign to develop the ideal pop culture fan experience.
And is there going to be like a fan forum where people are going to show up to a meeting and say, hey, this is what I'd like to see at the event? I know we have the, I want to say it's tomorrow. There's a panel. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so there is a panel tomorrow afternoon, and it will be an opportunity for people to get a little bit of insider information on how the process of developing a museum is coming together. But in terms of a forum, that's actually what we're doing here on the exhibit floor at Comic-Con. Right behind me, there's the opportunity to sign up for charter memberships to become a part of this process in a formal and more engaged way. But there's also the opportunity over here to participate with us in mass ideation. We're posing a different question each day of the Comic-Con audience, and basically gathering their answers, reading through them, and kind of understanding what the fans want to see. Today's question actually relates to what they would like to see at night in the museum. We plan to have non-traditional opening hours, allowing us to stay open till midnight, possibly, thereby letting us become a hub for fan community activities like tabletop gaming and costuming workshops. And so people are making suggestions about that right now as we speak. But for instance, yesterday they were deciding, helping us understand what kind of geek food they might like to have served to them in the cafe. And of course, there's the old favorites like blue milk and butter beer or Deadpool chimichangas. But there was also a lot of interesting ones like brains, ramen, boba tea, things that we all kind of think are wonderful parts of our pop culture zeitgeist.
So we might have the cantina is what you're alluding to.
So there will be a restaurant and cafe, possibly even a bar inside the museum. But whether or not it will specifically be the Star Wars Cantina remains to be seen.
Okay, cool. And then you did mention odd opening hours, so you're going to be one of the later museums in Balboa Park. Are you going to plan on doing any releases with any of the studios? Give the fans kind of like a sneak peek at the movies, and maybe even use that as a review session, so the movie studios can gauge their audience.
I think we'd like to. I obviously can't speak for the studios, but what I do know is we're designing the venue with that sort of flexibility in mind, to be able to have different kinds of events, be it screenings, be it launch parties, be it Comic-Con style panels or costuming workshops. The museum really is about education and celebration, celebrating pop culture, but also bringing people the sort of educational opportunities that you see at Comic-Con itself in a year-round way.
So you elaborate a little bit more on education. Is there a possibility to see like a STEM lab for like the local schools, where you're going to have all the local schools coming by and learning about pop culture or whatever the museum can teach them?
Yeah, so there's definitely a possibility to include STEM in our education offerings, but where we're at in the process right now is that we intend to ask teachers to tell us what they think we should be doing. We're going to invite teachers into this process, just as we've invited in the fans, to provide them the opportunity to create their museum in a space where they can see the educational impact and benefit to their students.
Well, it sounds like a great opportunity for San Diego, and I definitely want to see it go forward, so I appreciate the interview.
No problem. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks. So these are the perks of registering to signing up or to become a charter member of the museum here. So you can see, pay you what you want. You get your name on a charter member honor roll. Wow, okay, that's cool. Tier 2, 1 year free admission, exclusive Comic-Con pin and lanyard, access to member-only events. $100 gets you a members only t-shirt along with that. Looks like tier 4 gets you a limited edition signed Mondo print. That's pretty cool. If you're a big spender, the next one up is, so it went from 100 to 500, that's tier 4. Tier 5 is 1,200, which if I had money to spend, I would do that. That's obviously a limited edition signed t-shirt, permanent name recognition at the museum, and priority invite to museum social events. So that's really cool. And obviously you can donate more than that, but those are just the 5 tiers. So I'm going to be going ahead and donating here because I want to see this museum go forward, and then hopefully my company can also, my day job can also assist with this. But see about that in the future. But yeah, so I'm going to sign up here and go from there.